Hi, everybody. Welcome to Mondays with Dale. I'm Dale Franklin. For those who don't know me, I've been an affiliate with My Daily Choice for about 3 years, and I build this business all over the world. I've got at any given moment I might be in. Let me mute everybody here real quick. Okay. As I said, I've had literally over my lifetime in network marketing, I've had literally thousands of people on my teams. I think my peak was 28,000. I've had people in 62 countries around the world. So it's given me a chance to do something I love to do, and that's travel. And I have met so many wonderful people in this business, from dear friends from all over the world. So this call, why do we do this call every Monday? This call is done for a couple of reasons. The first reason is to create a family atmosphere. Okay. In network marketing, and I'm going to be right up front with you. I don't sugarcoat anything. In network marketing, you're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days. You're going to have days when you get 5 no's in a row and you're feeling kind of down. You're going to get days when you get 5 yeses in a row and you're going to feel top of the world. The important thing about this business is keep yourself on an even keel so that the downs don't be too down and the up highs won't make you too high. And the best way to do that is to, when you're having a bad day, reach out to friends you've met on this call or on your team and say, hey, I had a bad day. Help, bring me back. Tell me something good. And for those days when you have a fantastic day, well, there's probably somebody in your team that needs to hear that just to bring them up. So you share your good days with everybody too. So celebrate when you have a good day, commiserate when you have a bad day, whatever it takes. But that's why you need a family support team, and that's what this is. We do this every Monday the same time, and again, it's some meetings you'll come on, and I'll have 15 people on here. Other times you'll come on and there'll be 50 or 60 people on here. It all depends on the week and how things are going. So that's one of the reasons we do it. The other reason we do this business, to do this call, is to keep you up to date, keep the communication flowing, keep you informed. My Daily Choice is growing so fast and in adding so many product lines and so many products within those lines that if you aren't on some sort of a connection like this, you're just going to fall behind. So again, we try to keep you up to date, keep you invested in what's going on, and let you know things like corporate calls and stuff like that. So you're always going to know where to go. Now, because of that, because I think communication is key, one of the things I do for new people on this call every week is I give you my personal phone number. Okay, my personal phone number is the +1 802 343-9075. That's 1-802-343-9075. You can reach me through that on a regular phone call. You can reach me there with WhatsApp, Telegram, Viber. So tons of ways you can reach out to me. Also, I'm going to give you my Facebook address. It's obviously facebook.com/my name, Dale Franklin .378. I was amazed how many Dale Franklins there are in the world. I thought I was unique, but I'm not. So there's again, Dale Franklin .378. So you can friend me on Facebook. I'd love to add you to my friends, and that will allow you to reach me on Facebook Messenger. So I've just given you like 5 different ways that you can reach out to me. So when people tell me they can't keep up, they don't know what's going on, well, I'm not going to handle that much as an excuse, because I've given you many ways to reach out to me, and then my teaching method is always the same. I'd rather show you where to find the information than just give you the information, because the next time you have a question similar, I want you to know where to go. So that old adage about you can give a man a fish and feed him for a day, or teach him how to fish and feed him for a lifetime. That's kind of the way I teach. So when you reach out to me and ask me a certain question, I'm going to kind of show you the path to find that, so you'll know next time. The next thing I want to do is I want to quickly share my screen, and I want to take you to a place called dalefranklin.net. Okay. DaleFranklin.net is a website that a friend of mine, Barb Dezette, has put together for me. It is the reason I'm showing you this is a place for you to also go to get as much information as you need to continue to build your business and know where to get the answers. So as you can see, this is the home page, and we try to keep it up to date regularly, giving you, like here, Tina Joy Carroll just did a training not too long ago, and there it is for you to check out. Here's a few pictures of places I've traveled through network marketing. As you can see, I've been to Kenya four times over the last few years, Uganda a couple of times, Nigeria. I've also been to Italy, Colombia. So this gives me a great excuse to travel, and I use that excuse a lot. So that, again, this is just the front page. If you want to know a little bit more about me, there's a place you can go here called Who is Dale, and it will let's go there one time because I want to show you something new here. Who is Dale gives you a little bit of information about me, my background, and if you're somebody who's just coming on this thing and want to get started in the business, obviously, and somebody else didn't invite you, you could click here and get started. Or if you just want to chat with me about anything, just click on WhatsApp chat, and it'll automatically take you to chat with me. So again, another way to communicate. Here is the important thing though on this website is connections. Everything you need to communicate and to be successful in this business is here. Okay, you can subscribe and get on my email list, so I can reach out to you when I send out any kind of a newsletter or anything like that. I haven't started the newsletters yet, but that's going to be in the near future. You can connect with me on Telegram. If you've never been on Telegram, you can come over here and click on this and actually download Telegram, get on it, and then you can either talk directly to me, or you can join my Dale Franklin Network Telegram channel. You can join the Team We Telegram channel, which is Chris Bailey's team they're out of Washington, D.C., Maryland area, but they also, Chris is now living in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Proof that you can build this business wherever you want to live. That's where he's wanted to live his whole life. So he's now living his dream and able to build his business around the world from the place he wants to live. So there's a way you can go to him. Then the Win Network Telegram channel. This is basically Chris Robinson's team on down, talks about everything that, and we're going to be changing the name on this not in the near future because we're kind of creating more of a collaboration of teams. But it's a place, any of these channels are places you can go, and there's people on there chatting and talking about the business. If you got a question, you can ask the question there, and there's odds are somebody's going to be on that call that can answer that question either immediately or sometime in the very near future. So again, this allows you to have kind of an instant world of connection and a place to if you're having a good day and want to share, there's a place you can post too. So that's a Telegram. Then I'm going to skip YouTube. We'll come back to that. You can, if you didn't want to go through the whole process I just gave you earlier on my address for Facebook, you can just go here and click on it, take you right to my Facebook profile. You can join the Facebook groups. We have, again, a Win Network Facebook group, a Win testimonial group, which, guys, that alone is worth its weight in gold. You're going to have customers that are going to ask you, how does the brain spray work? And you're going to be able to go and find testimonials on the sprays and let them see them. Many of them are videos, and you're going to see people, and many of these people are very emotional when they talk about their what's happened to them since they used our products. Somebody might say, I always had a hard time getting to sleep, and now I use the sleep spray, or I use the CBD oil with melatonin or something like that, and now I get a good night's sleep. Okay, we don't say we cure anything, but we help alleviate a lot of symptoms, a lot of things that kind of screw up your day-to-day life. And when these people are telling these stories, many of them are very emotional, tears running down their faces because it has changed their life. That is something, guys, that will help you sell. People believe emotional responses. Okay, so again, then also Team We once again has a Facebook group. You can connect with me on WhatsApp right here if you want. You can attend all kinds of Zoom meetings, just like this one. If you scroll down, you can see, there's one here for the half-hour power Zoom that a bunch of the MDC ladies put on. Here's the address, the time when it happens, the ID, the password. You can go right now. There's my Mondays with Dale. Here's Tuesday. Tuesday, we have Chris Robinson doing an opportunity presentation at the same time every Tuesday and Thursday, and those are in there. As you can see, you can literally click on the link and go right to it, or there's a password and the ID number. So again, you can go right through and find out what's going on and what days, and take it from there. So, need to admin one more. That's that. Now, the next thing I want to go back to YouTube. Okay, if you click on that, it's going to take you to the YouTube library that's been created for me. That this is all the meeting, all the interviews that I've done over the last two and a half years. You can go back through, you can see different interviews, you can see there's specific trainings, like for instance, here's Chris Bailey doing an opportunity presentation, his most recent one. There's a training here from Chris Robinson on CoinZoom. Last week we did the relationship mapping again, and we sent that out as the whole meeting. And then I wanted you guys to have the ability to just pull up the relationship mapping. So there's the 33 minutes of the relationship mapping. So you can train yourself and train your teams on that. If you want to know more about compensation, here's Chris Bailey doing a part 1 and a part 2 on the compensation plan. So you can help on that. People want to know what I do in a day's time to build my business. And so we did a day in Dale's life. It just basically tells you what I did from the time I got in the morning until I went to bed at night. And you can take it and basically, like a lot of stuff that I might reach out to 20 people a day. Well, maybe you only want to reach out to 3. So you just create it to fit you. Okay. But it was a way to give you an idea of what I do to help me build my team. So there's just tons and tons and tons of videos. And some of them are in Spanish with Spanish subtitles. Some are in French, some are in Swahili. So there's a lot of different ways this can help you. You can also go to playlists, and it kind of breaks it down a little more. So you see, what the training is. There's the Spanish subtitles, French subtitles, and so on and so forth. So we're trying to make this thing as easy as possible for you to find stuff and give you all the content you could possibly need to build your business. I wanted to create something where if for some reason you weren't able to connect with your uplines and you needed a place to go that could help you succeed without any help other than just going through the process of going through the library, we wanted a place for you to be able to do that. Obviously, you don't have to, because we have a tremendous amount of people that are more than willing to help you and mentor you. But again, we wanted this kind of be a fail-safe. So this is your fail-safe to succeed. Okay, let me get out of this. So again, if you haven't figured out anything yet about what I've said and told you, is I have tried to make this point to a point where the only way you fail is to fail yourself. Okay, to give up on yourself, because we have given you everything, every contact, every support mechanism we possibly could to help you succeed. And now it's just up to you. And even that, to the point where, if you don't want to do anything other than invite people to the opportunity meetings, Chris Bailey's going to do an opportunity meeting every Tuesday, every Thursday. We're glad to do special appointments for you. If you have a certain person or a certain group you want us to talk to, you just let us know a couple of days in advance, and we'll be glad to do presentations for you. If you want to have a grand opening, if you're brand new to this business, you want to have a grand opening, invite 20 of your friends, 30 of your friends, have us do a presentation, we can do that. So, and the great thing about, we have many leaders that all do things a little bit differently. So once you see each one of our presentations, you can say, okay, I like the way Dale did it, or Dale's not really what I want this guy to see. Maybe we'll show him Chris Bailey's or Chris Robinson's. You can pick and choose. Okay, you can pick the program that works best for you with the person or people you're talking to. So again, we're trying to give you every opportunity to succeed. Now, besides what I've just showed you, on top of all this, remember Jody Levanway, one of my associates, she also sends out on all these Telegram and WhatsApp groups. She posts on there each night, actually, what's happening the next day. So you'll know if there's a corporate meeting coming up. You'll know whatever else is happening the following day. So if you got people that are brand new and you plug them into this, they're going to, they're not going to have to worry about finding out where everything is. That it'll be there. The biggest thing with most people is worry that they don't know what they don't know. Well, we're trying to force feed that to you so you'll know everything you possibly need to know. All right. Last thing here before we move on to the good stuff is just talking about meetings a little bit more. You remember this one on Mondays, Tuesdays and Thursdays is Chris Bailey's opportunity presentation. And I just want to say one last thing about that, guys. Chris Bailey is doing you guys a favor in Africa by doing these each Tuesday and Thursday. He could be doing something else with his time, okay? So make sure you get on these calls. Make sure you represent. And when you represent, don't just show up by yourself. That's not what this is for. This is for you to invite people and help you grow, okay? Being there without a guest is a failure because you've already seen it. You've already joined. You see the value of what we're doing. And Chris Bailey looking at it and seeing the same people each time and not seeing new faces, it's hard to get up for a presentation like that. I've been there myself. You're looking at the screen and you see 6 people or 10 people or whatever, and they're all the same people. They've all heard it 4, 5, 6 times, and there's no new people on the screen. It's very, very hard to get fired up about telling your story when you're telling the people that you're almost afraid you're going to bore them because they're hearing the same thing over and over again. So bring new blood. That's what fires us up to do these presentations. So if you can't do it for yourself, do it for us because we need it for the energy. Okay. So, and if it turns out you end up with new people on your team, well, that's not a bad thing, right? So that's every Tuesday and Thursday. Wednesdays, the South African team puts on a training at the same time as this one on Wednesday, and everybody from Africa is invited. Just to mention, I don't know this lady myself, but they were just promoting a few minutes ago. Stanja Fleetwood, a 50K affiliate, is going to be on this week and going to do some training. So again, they're bringing good people that can really help you build your business. So that's on Wednesdays. Then once a month we have our Super Saturday, which we just had last Saturday. Great event. Had 5 speakers. They just killed it. It was very informative. I've gotten a ton of messages back from people saying, wow, that was incredible. That was, we learned so much. It fired us up. So we do that. The next one is April 2nd. That's a tentative date, April 2nd. And we'll be doing that again. That is basically the same time as this, but on Saturday, we do that once a month. Other than that, let's see if there's any other notes. One last thing. One thing I'm not going to be doing anymore. I was doing for our sprint team, I was doing a 1 p.m. same time on Saturdays on the weeks that we didn't have the Super Saturdays. I was doing a call for my sprint team, just kind of a question and answer period. Well, I guess I've done a good enough job of answering all the questions because the last one we had, I was there all by myself. So I've decided maybe that one isn't necessary and I'm not going to do it anymore. So that doesn't mean that you guys can't reach out to me anytime and schedule something or ask for another meeting if you need questions answered. But I just felt that one wasn't necessary, and so I've stopped doing that. So that won't be happening anymore. So that's it. Now we get into the good part. Okay, we're gonna interview today. We got an interview today with Shannon Moss Henkel. I don't know I hope I pronounced your last name right. I did. Okay. She's known as Moss Boss. She is and she is the boss. She's doing a phenomenal business with our company. She's a 10K affiliate, and I know that's just a stepping stone. She's going to be huge in this business. You can always feel the ones that are really going to take off and go, and she's that way. Oh, what do we got to do here? So anyway, she's a. Is that me reflecting back? Okay. Hopefully I won't do anymore.
Our 11201 just accidentally unmuting.
Oh, okay. Very good.
We're good. We're good. Okay.
All right. Sorry. So anyway, Shannon, she's really a natural trainer and a teacher. And the reason I say that is because you're going to see this when hear her speak. She brings a natural energy that just pulls you to the screen. And you know, that's something you can't learn. That's something you either have or you don't have, and she's got it in spades. She's tell you a little bit about her personally. She's a licensed massage therapist, originally from New Jersey. She's now living in the desert in Arizona. So right now she's sitting in nice warm weather while I'm up here freezing my butt off. And she loves her family. She's got 3 kids. She's got 4 fur baby dogs. And the thing she loves, I love what she said, she loves coffee. She loves coffee. She loves playing bass guitar. And oh yeah, she's loaded right up there. And something she does kind of on the side special. She does sign language through American Sign Language. What do you call it? Type of doing it. What is interesting about that is on her picture we showed you, and I've just mentioned this for a second, the picture we showed you yesterday of her, she was showing the I love you thing. And in Africa, I didn't realize, but that is the sign of the devil. So I apologize for anybody who took that the wrong way. But that, again, that stands for I love you in American Sign Language. So I just wanted to clarify that. She's her 2022 goal is to help raise more awareness for Operation Underground Railroad. So she's got a good heart. She's always trying to do things for the betterment of society, and doing things that helps her and her team. So Shannon, are you on the call?
That I am, Dale.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for that warm introduction. Hey, everybody, what's up? Woo, woo. What time is it in the world? Almost 10 p.m. in some areas, I bet.
In Kenya right now, it's almost 9:30.
9:30. Okay.
Yeah,
I figure it's about 7 to 9 hours ahead somewhere. Somebody's watching out there. Exactly. Yeah, by no means is this the devil sign whatsoever. Down with the devil. All right. So this means I love you in American Sign Language, the beautiful visual language of the deaf here in the United States. It could mean different things, obviously, throughout the world, but I use it to let people know that I'm sending love out to every single person that I get in contact with. So what's happening, Dale?
Well, again, I'm so glad you came on the call. And I wanted to clarify that because I didn't want anybody to think we were in league. But so for the African market, again, if you misinterpreted what we're showing it, we apologize. So Shannon, we talked about this before. The way I do this interview is as just kind of more of a conversation. I like to try to get to know the people who come on. And then once we've done that for about 15, 20 minutes and got to know you, then you've been so gracious to say you do a little training for us today. So let's get started. What I'd like to start with is, can you tell us more about what your life was like before you joined MDC? I know you said you're a massage therapist, but just kind of bring us up to date to before you became an affiliate and what your life was like.
All right. So before I found my daily choice, I had my own business in North New Jersey. I was working with an acupuncturist, side by side, room to next door to one another. And we also had a space that was just kind of sitting there, honestly. And I was trying to think, how can I incorporate something else underneath my business? How can I help people other than me actually massaging them? Right. Oh, okay. Thank you, girl. That's kind of actually like how part of how I found my daily choice. A little bit before, I needed something natural to help me and my mind and where it was drifting since I was 15 years old. And that was in a deep, dark well, consistently. And I knew that, there were times I was like, there's got to be something wrong with me. Maybe I should be locked up in a loony bin the way my head goes into a deep spiral, right? God's honest truth. And I was starting to hear really great things about CBD oil, really great things on how people were starting to, feel better, psychologically, how to physically feel better as well and decrease their aches and body aches. And here I am as a massage therapist trying to help everybody I can, but I still needed to find a way to help myself. And I didn't want to medicate myself. I'm not making any claims. I'm just letting you know my story. So I was looking into different companies. I found great CBD. I'm very blunt and very honest. There's great CBD out there, but there's so much crap out there too. I know, because I've come across it. Unlabeled bags and things like that. But anyhow, I found a company before my Daily Choice. It wasn't a affiliate marketing company. It was just wholesale and retail. I know the wholesale world. That's my wheelhouse since I was 19 years old. So I was very familiar about buying wholesale and retailing as a business. So to make a long story short, my best friend is also a licensed massage therapist, and she had said to me, you should really try HempWorks. I know that you're starting to feel good on CBD product, but you really should try it because there was only 2 ingredients in the natural. And I picked up my bottle. This is not CBD oil, it's my crystal. But I looked at my bottle and I was like, wow, I got like 6, 7 different ingredients in it. So yeah, you know what? Maybe I will try it. Well, let me just tell you, once I had that bottle in my hand, I can taste the difference and I can feel even better and a better difference. And then very naive to compensation plans. I'm going to be very honest. I'm not a math person. And for me, it was like looking at a foreign language. I didn't really care. I didn't care because I knew my friend was right. And I took a chance on a product that was, to me, the purest product that I've ever tried. And I've tried multiple bad ones, good ones, etc. But this was the best one. And as soon as I found out about the comp plan, I got really excited. And that was just on the jump starts. So there's that, Dale.
Wow. So the again, so many people come into this business because of our products, and that's what gets them interested beforehand. And you know how unique that is to many network marketing companies, because, let's face it, a lot of people, when they start a network marketing company, they go, the first thing they say is, let's start a network marketing company. And everybody says, yeah, that's cool. But what are we going to sell? And then they just go out and try to find something to sell. They really don't care what they're selling. They just want a network marketing company. And our company was just kind of the opposite, going all the way back to Jenna. They found something that worked and then built a network marketing company around it. Totally different the way most companies do. So you, again, and what is a better way of expanding a business or expanding a great product than word of mouth, which is basically what network marketing is. It's just telling your friends and them telling their friends, and so on and so on and so on. So again, I just want to point that out, that's your story is collaborative to why this business is successful. So we know the products drew you to MDC, and you just mentioned you love the comp plan. But was there anything else about the company, for instance, the culture or the mentorship or anything else that once you got into the business, once you got started, that kind of cemented with you the fact that you were in the right place?
I mean, I knew, honestly, very early on, based on Josh and Jenna's mission. I'm going to be real honest. I'm a skeptic. I am a skeptic about everything. Let me just tell you guys and gals, and it's not a bad thing, because it actually makes me do my due diligence and my own research, right? So if you're at least doing that rather than assuming and then not making a decision, then that's not good. So rather than me doing that, I was like, well, no, I need to dig deep. And I actually was watching HempWorks, the brand, for a year before I actually tried it. So if that doesn't tell you something, but once I learned about Josh and Jenna and their mission, that alone fired me up, right? Honestly, right from the get-go. And I'm going on 3 years in April. So it was their passion and their heart that I connected to. As I was moving through the business, these past few years, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else or with anyone else other than My Daily Choice, because their mission is still the same and they've grown their heart. They've created a nonprofit organization that hits my heartstrings, and it just fires me up to be more passionate about what I'm doing, because it's greater than who we are. And the collaboration of the people that we get to work with. People come and go, just like in life. But those who are meant to stay is who you're meant to be with. So, there's really nothing. It honestly has impacted my life in so many different ways, and has helped me stay afloat, and especially in my mind. So it really goes deep for me.
So you have a business that is made you healthier, has made you, given you more peace of mind, is making you money, and you're working with a company that does good work for the rest of the world, helps the rest of the world through their charitable organization. Yeah, that's not a bad thing.
1000%. Happy,
So,
happy, healthy, wealthy, as Miss Sonia Line 500K says from the beginning. And because of her perseverance, because I was watching her, she's my far up line, and because of her never give up motto, which I've already believed in, I've already always felt that way, don't give up on things. So it was just great to see that energy, and I wanted to be a part of that,
Yeah, and you have brought energy with that I really admire in you. I've been told that my strength is I'm a guy that gives out information. I don't have that huge charisma that a lot of people have, but I work with what I've got. And when I see somebody like you or Sonia who really bring that energy every moment, I envy that, because it's something that you were born with, and I congratulate you for having that. As far as what is now that you're part of My Daily Choice, and you're building your team, tell us what you think are what you look for in people that you're bringing in that you think is going to be the thing that helps them to grow the most. And I'll just mention some. Is it mindset? Is it organizational skills? Is it focus? Is it follow up? What do you see from building your team? You can almost look at somebody and go, okay, the way they're building their team, I know they're gonna be successful because they're doing this. What would this be?
I'm going to say the absolute number one thing is their mind. To me, the absolute number one thing is mindset, because I have people on my team that are keeping their business afloat, and they never give up on their dream and where they're going and what they visualize in their manifestation. To me, that is the most admirable thing, because you can get somebody that talks the talk and walks the walk, but they ain't walking. They ain't doing nothing. They're just, I don't know what they're doing. They're doing what I was doing before I got to My Daily Choice, put it that way. I've been in those shoes. I've been in that mindset, So if you're not striving, if you're not sharpening the tools with inside of you, if you're not sharpening your skills too, you have to be able to have an open mind and learn, and then not just learn, but put it into action, whatever it is, and then teach it back. That's the process right there, right? Just like we teach children. Honestly, I was a educator for young children as well, for American Sign Language, and if I didn't keep teaching them something new, where were they going to go? They would be stuck. That's no different than us in this business. If we need to learn new skills, and even if you're seasoned, there's always room for growth, always room for growth. So you have to have an open mind. But again, you need to be proactive and put something into action, even if it's a small amount of time during your busy week. You have to, if you want to make your dreams and your desires come true. So there's that.
You're right. The training that we give on a regular basis, you know, I've had people tell me, you know, that have been on with me a long time, and they go, you know, about every 2 months, he said, they tell me, you know, you tell us some of the same stuff over again, you know, as far as training and things like that. It's just like going to school. And we went to school when we started elementary school, and they were teaching us the alphabet. They didn't teach us it the first day of school and said, okay, you got it, we're gonna move on to something else. It was, you know, and the poor little 6-year-olds going, whoa, wait a minute, you know. So it was step by step, repeat, learn, repeat, you know, and that's what we do here. But you're absolutely right. I have seen, and we discuss this whenever we go to convention or we go to mastermind or something like that, especially convention. You have people that will go to convention and they will sit there and they'll see all the success and they'll get so fired up and they'll learn and they'll take notes and they'll see themselves in that position, you know, and then they'll go home. And I always wonder what happened. You know, 2 days later, they're right back in their old rut of living the life they were living before. And usually it's because one person just said, oh, that isn't going to work or something like that. And so you let one person or one group of people defer you from a life that would be totally different for you, a life that would be spectacular. And the only reason that you're not there is you learned everything, you got fired up, you're ready to rock and roll. And then one person says, that ain't going to work. And so you, oh, okay. And you go back to your own life. That always baffles me how people can do that, but it happens all the time. So you really need to take the trainings, take what we learned from us on this call, on all the calls I've done, on all the calls everybody else has done. Take it and implement it. Okay. Not next week, not next month, when the meeting is over. You know, hop on the phone, make some phone calls, you know, while it's fresh in your mind. This is the way you should build your business. Do not put your future excellence off. Okay. Because if you do, as you said, walking through life, if you walk through life from now until a year from now and just do everything the same way you've been doing it, or add a little bit extra, like maybe inviting people to calls and stuff like that, you're going to be a year older a year from today. You can be the exact same person, or you can be the person you want to be. So again, what you said kind of fired me up, and I had to kind of ad lib there. So thank you for that. I always ask this question of everybody that comes on here. This is your chance to make a prediction. Where do you see yourself and your team and this company a year from now?
Oh my gosh. I don't need to think about this. I already know. I've said it. I've been saying it for years. I can see it. I've seen it very early on, like within the first month of, again, learning a little bit more about the mission of Josh and Jenna Zweigel. And honestly, this is where I want to go with everybody on this call. This is where I want everybody to be. Everybody on this call, I want to see you at convention as a super affiliate. The more super affiliates that we have in our business, the greater success and the greater impact that we can have. Honestly, everything that I've been watching, and I told you, I am a big skeptic. If I see something that is ethically wrong, I'm out. I don't give second chances if there's something severely or ethically wrong or or mistreating people or anything like that. I hold a very, very high standard. And I can honestly tell you, every single day that I get up with this business, I am fired up. Every time that they make an announcement, have a webinar, have a training, I don't care what it is, I get myself there. Even if I'm not invited, because I've done that. For instance, Mastermind last year. I didn't get to the requirements. I didn't care about the requirements. I still went there and I put my ear up against that door. I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm not ashamed because I already know what's coming. I already know. I already see it. And everybody who stays plugged in, if you just stay plugged in and put yourself into action, you're going to have the same exact success that I already see and know that's going to happen. We are still at the ground and the founding layer of this company. When I think about other companies, and I was involved with Mary Kay years ago. Mary Kay been around for 50 years plus of success, and they're still going strong. That's exactly where we're going to be going. I want to be that old itty bitty lady in my 90s looking back at all the people that we brought in and all the kids that we've helped and all the people all over the world that I've helped. And I'm going to just be able to be like, thank you, God. Thank you, Lord, for this opportunity. I already see it. I feel it every single day. Not a day goes by. Not a moment has ever crossed my mind where I said, well, what am I doing? This doesn't feel right. This company doesn't feel right. Never have I once ever thought about that. It doesn't enter in my mind. I know exactly where we're going. You have to stay plugged in and follow. And let's go together though. Together, not even just follow. Rise up above the water. Get your head above the water. And I'm just so passionate about where we are going. And I know that we are going there, but you have to stay plugged in. You have to give effort. You have to push yourself out of your comfort zone. Yeah, you're going to get me all fired up. The temperature's is like rising in here. And I got a coffee and it's a water to balance out my temperature.
Yeah, that was by far the best answer I've ever had from any guest on that. I could feel your passion. It was fantastic. Now we're going to go into the next part. You said you were going to be gracious enough to give us a little bit of training, and what a perfect segue going right into the kind of passion that you just displayed to give us some training on how we can get there. So the floor is yours. Go for it.
Listen, if you all don't have a pen and paper, it's okay. I do believe in different methods of learning. I do believe in audio, visual, right? From your brain to your hand to writing, to reading it back, to reading out loud, or, there's so many different methods to learning. I'm not going to press you to write this out, but please be open to take some notes. That's right, Josh, 90 years old looking back. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly. Yes. Elizabeth, same feeling. Yes, exactly. That's it. You got to pull that feeling up. All right. So I have everything written out. It's just something that I have to do for myself to try to keep myself organized. So I can send this copy to Dale to a PDF. And if anybody would like a copy of what I'm going to be reading with, today, you can have a copy.
That'd be great.
And I'm a massage therapist. I care about the cramps in your hands. Okay. I do. We all get cramps. All right. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about mindset, right? In this business, you're going to hear so much about mindset, but I don't care if it's repetitive because it's a good vibration. It is goodness. It is heart. And that's what we need more of, right? We need people to keep reminding us what we can do to better ourselves, to better our thought process. By no means am I a professional in the sense of the world of therapies and a psychologist or a psychiatric doctor. This is just all based on my own personal experience. Some of the information I'm going to go over with you, I do need guidance from online as well, sometimes with wording, but other times I don't. So some of this is things that I pulled offline, and I'll tell you where I got it from, give credit to where credit is due. And then other things I just rattle and I go down rabbit holes about my thoughts as far as mindset goes and how it has helped me. And maybe it will help you too. So according to vocabulary.com, mindset is a person's usual attitude or mental state of his or her mindset. And according to the source of insight.com, there's 3 key mindset there's abundance mindset, there's a positive mindset, and there's a growth mindset. I like those 3 in particular. There's other examples online, but I like those 3 in particular. And then a study by Stanford Education Research showed that mindset plays a significant role in determining your life's outcome. By understanding, adapting, and shifting your mindset, you can improve your health, decrease your stress, and become more resilient to life's changes. Now, when Dale was asking me about some of those things that, was it the community that I love, the culture, I like to say community. And yes, a huge part of what I just said, what the Stanford Education research showed, that's a huge part of it, because this helped me sink into, I already had a good mindset, but this helped me really sink into it. Kind of like when you're putting your toe into that hot tub and you just kind of slowly make your way in and then settle down and feel so good. That kind of feeling. Or warm bath if you never got to a hot tub yet, just saying. Right. So that's kind of like the mindset. It's not going to be overnight. Just like what we were saying about teaching kids the alphabet. This is not going to be an overnight thing for you to do like that, right? I'm close to that, very close, right? But I too need help, and I have to kind of remind myself. But again, this is a tool. This tool is the number 1 tool that you need, right? Without our minds, forget it. So there's 8 simple steps on how to think positive. And number 1, focus on the good things, right? It sounds so simple. Focus on the good things. I don't care if that one good thing is because you washed your body that day. That is a good thing. Focus on that meal that you had. That's what I do. I look for simplicity. I look for the most simple things. I look around and go, I am safe. I look for simple things and focus on that gratitude and for the good things. Safety, food, water, shelter, and love. Those 5 things are my 5s, and then I teach my children to always have gratitude for. So when things are going crazy, when things are going horrific, I have to get a grip and breathe and focus on those 5 things immediately, right? So focus on the good things in your life. There is no limits to good things in life. If you don't have something good happening in your life or you can't see it, look to someone else's life, right? Look to someone that inspires you as well. So through challenging situations and obstacles in our life, it's super huge, this part, to be able to focus on the good. Number 2, practice gratitude. It goes hand in hand. You must practice gratitude. And at the very end of this, we're going to do a little fun thing. I'll go back to that at the end. Keep a gratitude journal. Guys and gals, get a pen and paper and every single day write something that you're grateful for. Bob Proctor had said, and Jenna had announced this, Jenna Zweigel, he said, when you wake up, write 10 things that you're grateful for every single day. So it's super important that you put it to paper so you can visually see it and connect with that as well. Number 4, open up to humor. I'm sorry, but if you're a little bit of a sour tight butt, there's no way you're going to survive in this world, because you need a sense of humor. From the earliest of days of kings and queens worldwide, there were jesters. Why? Because they needed entertainment. Because there's wars and everything happening. We need entertainment. We need to keep our minds almost like a child at times. We need to tap into that and have a great sense of humor. We have to find humor, you know, in this life. So number 5, spend time with positive people. You are around positive people right now. So even if you're tuning in, right, like it's going to be worth it. You have to surround yourself with positive people on and offline. Super important. Who are you talking to during the day? Where are you going during the day? Where are you traveling to during the day? You know, do you got to catch a bus somewhere? Right? You got to walk a couple miles to reach your point of you know, where you need to go to the shop or whatever it is. Whoever you're talking to, make sure they're a positive person. All right. It's super important who we're talking to, because their words go into our mind and then into our subconscious as well. Number 7, identify your areas of negativity. This is a good pen to paper, you know, thing that you can do. I am guilty. When I get in the car with my husband, I am guilty. I think we're going to get into an accident sometimes. Oh man, is that not good to think about? Oh no, I'm saying, please, no, that's not what I'm saying. No, I don't want to, but sometimes I do. It's a fault of mine, right? He's a good driver. He's a police officer. He's been trained, but that's my issue. I need to stop that habit. So I got to stop thinking those little thoughts that are attracting more negative thoughts, because that will happen too. Number 8, start every day on a positive note before you even open your eyes, unless you're getting woken up by your kids screaming or the dogs are going, or, you know, someone's like being noisy in the house. You know, if you can catch your breath before you even open your eyes and say, thank you, Lord, for another breath today. Let's go. What are we doing today? What am I fired up today about? Right? So, and focus on your gratitude. That's a great time also. And Dale, please let me know how much time we have, because, you know, I want to make sure that like I'm respecting everybody's time. I know that we're going a little later than, you know.
We're gonna be fine. You got another this. You're doing well enough, so nobody's gonna be upset with you for going a little bit over. So go.
Okay,
go ahead
great.
and
We have
finish
3
up.
hours. All right, let's get into it now. All right. Some opposite attitudes or a point to use to think about when you think about the opposite of a good mindset. Like, what are some of the things that would come to your mind, right? Like negativity, you know, sour apple person, you know, evil person, you know, there's different things that come into my mind. So one of them was cluelessness. Cluelessness. I know that you know what I'm talking. I know that you've been talking to people that they just don't have a clue about certain things about life. And that's okay, because there's room for growth. But sometimes people lack a good mindset because they're just not aware of it yet. They're just not aware on how to project their thoughts and to change their thoughts. Another one is ignorance as well. Ignorance is the opposite of a good mindset. Again, maybe they're not tuning in, they're not connecting. Some people actually poo-poo a good mindset. Some people poo-poo a positive person. Why are you always so upbeat? Why are you always so happy? I'm like, why are you always so miserable? That's why we ain't hanging out. Okay. So, and then the third one is incomprehension, because again, they just don't have the tools yet, or they're not open to the tools yet. So they can't comprehend, why is my vibe so high? Why am I so positive when there was negative happening, right? Or misery, or murder, or rape, or whatever it may be, right? Some serious topics. I'm very blunt and very open, so please forgive me. But sometimes, again, in those situations in life or the stories that we hear, it's hard for people to get over stuff. They can't comprehend a good mindset because of what they've been through. So for me, the people that I touch, I just say, it is possible. It is possible to divert your mind, to practice a new skill, but it all starts from here and here and wanting to change the way you think. We have the capability. Every single person has the capability to do that because we were created, you know who by who. So for simple steps to stop negative thoughts, all right, pause for a moment. You got to get a hold of yourself. Take 2 deep breaths. I did this the other day on Saturday. I do this frequently. I'm just like, don't worry about what anybody else is thinking. I certainly don't think about that because I know I need to get my mind reset. You have to catch your breath. If you ain't got no oxygen going to your brain ain't going to be working. You got to feed it oxygen. That's why we do breath work. So if you're starting to feel stressed, anxious, or stuck in a negative web of thought, you have to shift. You have to, only you. If you could just rely on you to shift, you have won. I don't need anybody else to shift me. I have to shift myself. Don't get me wrong. If Dale and I are hanging out in the room together, he's going to be able to lift my spirits up because I like hanging out with him. I'm not saying that's not going to help, but the reality is I am in control of my own mind and my own thoughts. After I'm done hanging out with Dale, now what? I'm sitting with me and my stuff. So it's important to be able to do this. Be aware and conscious. I've noticed a difference of a spinning spiral into negativity and taking awareness of one negative thought into a bad thought to the next thought into the next one, so on and so forth. It is like a spider web effect. Just keep going around and going around, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, so on and so forth. You caught in a web now. You're caught in the web. So you have the capability to stop it. Gwen Stefani made a song, Caught in the Spider Web. There is a spider web out there you're going to get caught into if you don't pay attention. So hang on, let me turn my phone off. Oh, it is off. I don't know why it keeps coming through. Sorry about that. So label your thoughts. If you're having a negative thought or a thought that's bringing on anxiety, I know it's painful. There's a lot of painful things out there. We know that. We know. Write it down. I don't want to read it, but it's important to bring awareness, just awareness. That's it. Label that thought and think to yourself, is it a worry thought? Is it an assumption thought? Is it a fear thought? Is it a self-doubt thought? Is it unworthy thought? Is it a lack of trust thought? That comes up. All of this comes up in everyday life. I go beyond the business when I talk sometimes. It goes on everyday life. So I'm sure that we can all sit here and think of other categories to make lists and thoughts and label those as well, but you have to bring the awareness to it. Number 4, when you are pivoting away from these thoughts that serve you no good, because it ain't serving you no good, just like something nasty that you don't want to eat. That's not going to do any good for you. It's not going to satisfy you. Choose your intentional thought next. What do I mean by intentional thought? Now, I told you what how I think when I'm in the car with my husband. Oh, it's a co-pilot. Oh man. I'm like the car's coming, like that's my problem. I know he's got it. What intentional thought? I got to close my eyes and I have to breathe. Oh yeah, that's right. We're going to that restaurant that I want to go to and eat. Okay. Oh yeah, what am I going to get? I'm going to get some shrimp tacos. Yeah, shrimp tacos. I swear you would think I'm a cuckoo bird, but you have to talk to yourself. You have to, because only you are in here, right? There's you, that's the real you. And then you have your thoughts behind that. You have to get a grip and kind of like level yourself out. So choose your next intentional thought. I don't want to be thinking about me feeling all worried and anxious in the car ride with my husband, or any other driver, especially my 20-year-old son. I have to redirect my thoughts at that moment. So what do you need to focus on to get yourself back? Good thoughts. whether they exist or not. Think of good, healthy thoughts. So focus on the problem solving, focus on affirmations, and focus on gratitude always. Balance yourself. I got my shirt on here. It says create balance. I wore it especially for everybody here, right? We have to create a balance. It's not just about work. You have to have balance everywhere as best as possible in all pockets of your life. So find balance within yourself with your own logic that makes you feel good in here. Feels good in here in my chest. It feels good in my stomach. I know it must be good, right? And what makes sense and what feels right. It's just common sense. Everybody's got common sense. They just got to find it. Basically, what you're doing is you're establishing healthy ways in order to deal with your uncomfortable thoughts and emotions. And now the rest of this is me literally rattling on. I use the voice to message feature on my Word documents, by the way. If you're ever going to write something, that's the best way. Just talk it out, right? Talk it out into your phone. It's a beautiful thing. You got it, Warwick. Yeah, I'm going to send the notes. So basically what you're doing is you're establishing, again, healthy ways in order to deal with your uncomfortable thoughts and emotions. And I'm just going to mention this as well. Your physical habits that you do, whether it is lack thereof, or it's a habit that you have not put into action repeatedly, that's going to make a difference. And I'm guilty. I'm very, very honest. I'm lazy at many times. I'm lazy. I know what I need to do to get my body back into physical shape. I'm lazy and I'm letting that other voice of laziness win. But I need to practice and put my own thoughts and what I say into action, right? Because I just can't talk the talk. I have to walk the walk too. I know that, right? So I have to push myself to get out. I have to push myself to walk more. I have to push myself to do more physical work as well. This it goes hand in hand with your mindset, because me just sitting like this all day long, that's not going to help me. That means I need to change my mindset. I need to say exactly what it is that I want and then go and do it. Right? But I'm just saying, the point is, if that you're supposed to do something and you don't do it repeatedly, you're weakening your mindset. So I told you I have to improve too, right? We all have areas of improvement that we need to make improvement. So your physical habits go hand in hand, like I said. If you continually do nothing, how is that going to help you sharpen your mindset? It's not. Putting your thoughts into a better light consistently, and then even following that with a physical action or situation, again, that's going to help sharpen it as well. And some things that I've done over my life, and I'll be 47 soon, was that I stop allowing people to get in my way. You better move out of my way. Like, you're not going to stop me. You're not going to stop me when I put my mind to something. Only I stop me. I made that very clear in my example. Only me. I have everything I need. Those 5 things I talked about before. I can just get down on the ground and just do some sit-ups or whatever, right? Only me is stopping me. We all need to grow, right? So, and that's a psychological thing that we need to get over and then put it into the physical, because we all want to feel better physically too. We want to be stronger. And ladies out there, our bones get super weak. We get super weak over the age of 40, right? We have to be really careful. Hips will be slipping out and stuff. I know, I've worked on them. So I don't allow toxic people in my life, not even for a second. Oh no, no, been done with that years ago. Don't be trying to step on my toes. I just won't give you, I'm just going to send you some love and light like that. And then you're not allowed to talk to me anymore. It's very important to set those boundaries for your mindset as well, because you can't be letting the toxic people come and whisper in your ear. And they could be someone that you care about too. My own husband, who is my best friend, mind you, who I have a great relationship with this business, he says I'm brainwashed. Now, I'm going to be honest. And I told him honestly the next day on our walk, I said, you know, that hurt, but I'm still not stopping, because I'm still going to do what I'm going to do. I've known him since I'm 15 years old. He was my brother's best friend. I'm still going to do what I feel I need to do, not what you think, whether you think whatever you're thinking. And then I realized I didn't tell him the honest truth. He knew that I was a retailer online, right? A retailer. I like to say retailer because you're all retailers too. But I didn't tell him about my dream and my passion and my desire to help thousands of children all over the world and save them from sex trafficking. I didn't tell him that. So his tone changed. Don't be putting your toxic, words into my thoughts here. Don't you be trying to slow me down. I don't care who it is. You're not slowing me down. You're not going to affect me. So I'm very, very serious about that. It's super important to do that. So you need to think about the love that we have inside and how we can project that more of that energy outward too, because that's going to help your mindset. It's going to make you feel good. It's going to raise your vibration as well. And we want to be able to help other people not suffer. And that is awful to see and feel. So it's important to keep ourselves, right? Yourself. It's important that you keep yourself in check always, because you're going to be a better support for someone else. And so we can not only prevent ourselves from going into depression. I don't know about you guys, but I've been there a billion times. But we can also stay focused on our goals, because if we let our mindset falter, then we ain't going nowhere. Nobody's going to be coming. Who's going to be coming with me on the stage as a super affiliate? I ain't got no financial ties to you, but I'm going to be sure shit happy that you're coming on stage with me. Sorry, Dale. I don't know if this is a, curse-free zone. Sorry. Because if I don't work my business too, if I don't work my mindset, and if I don't work my business, again, I can't help nobody. I can't help nobody in my family. I can't help my parents pay off their home. I can't help secure some land for my children and my nephew who's over in Belgium. I can't help the many children that are suffering in this world. I'm good to nobody if I don't have my mindset in check. It's super important to do that. So you ain't going to be good to nobody either. And you're going to stay stuck in your mind. And that ain't going to help nobody that you know or that you don't know. So the world, right, is the world is going to win if you're getting pulled down into the deepest part of the deepest depths of the ocean. You're going to sink if you don't get your mindset right. Again, you ain't going to be good to nobody. You can simply go on Google and you can search for the 50 positive self-affirmations for yourself if you cannot think of any. Right? I didn't want to go through a whole list because I'm mindful of time too. But what I would like for you to do right now, together, right now, I hope y'all ain't sleeping on me.
Shannon, we're well over, so we're going to have to cut it off here. If you can button it up.
Okay.
Sorry, but they're starting to lose, so they got to go back to their whatever they're doing.
I get it. Do you want me to stop? I'll stop.
No, you just feel comfortable to close out.
Yeah, this was just the end. I
Yep.
wanted everybody to repeat after me. You do not have to unmute yourself. This is for you and you only to say out loud. Repeat after me. I am powerful. If you're not saying those words yet, you're still scared. I am confident. I am successful. I am trustworthy. I am a leader. And I'm getting better every day. And I wake up motivated. And I am unstoppable force of nature. And I am love.
Did you mute yourself by mistake or on purpose?
I did. The dogs were going crazy. And I said, all I need is with me right now. And that is love. You are love. Believe in yourselves. Don't give up. Affirmations every day. Gratitude every day will help your mindset, shift your mind, and you're going to go far.
Wow. I could listen to you all day long. I really could, because you bring that energy that I desperately need to keep my mindset going. You bring it. I wish we could keep on going, but it's 15 after the hour. We're about 10 minutes over, so I had to cut it off. But guys, when you hear what you just heard, and you feel the energy that Shannon sent to you, is there any reason why, when we're done this call, that you aren't ready to go out there and change your lives? Not change your life because it's going to make me more money. You know, Shannon's not even connected with us. It's not to help her, not to help me, not to help yourself, your children, your grandchildren yet unborn, you know, to leave a legacy, to change the lives of so many people within your community. Okay. And Shannon, I can't thank you enough. I mean, we got to have you back. I can tell right now, we got to have you back. The messages that people were putting on there were fabulous. You got to promise me you're going to come back. But as it is, we try to keep this thing around about an hour. We're just a little bit over that. And I want you guys to really think about what you heard today. Obviously, I'll be making this into a YouTube video, and Shannon's going to send us her notes so we can send those to you. So as I always say, remember, guys, I love you. I want nothing more than your success. And, you know, I plan on seeing you down the road. This is a friendship, a lifetime friendship. So having said all that, thank you again, Shannon. Fantastic job. I loved it. And we will see you again next week. Remember that you got the opportunity presentations tomorrow and Thursday, and you got the African training on Wednesday. So a lot of things happening. Just take this energy and take it forward and change your lives. Have a great week, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Shannon.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Good night.
We
Good
love
night.
you. Thank you.
Good night.
Awesome presentation.